My name is Darpan. I'm a fifth-year civil engineering student, and I'm 21 years old. So I started CanU in fifth grade from Dalhousie Elementary. So what got me started was, I think during one of the classes, I used to see kids leave at like a little earlier than the end of the school day, and I was like, okay, like where are they going? You know, I was kind of interested. So I talked to some teachers. I found out that they were going to CanU, and I was like, okay, like I want to leave school early. I want to go do whatever they're doing. So I ended up getting the forums and asking what it was, and it sounded pretty interesting. But I think my first main thing was I just wanted to get out of whatever class it was. But I think that was probably the best decision I could have made. I think CanU is a fantastic program. At first, it started out with kind of a spread of programming at university. So they would give you a little bit of exposure to some engineering stuff, to a little bit of exposure of nutrition, a little bit of exposure to the track and field, like gym side. And I think around grade 8 or grade 9, they kind of honed in where kids kind of want to either do engineering or in the medical field. I think there was one experience that stood out to me, which was we were building these kind of trolleys to build. It was trying to mimic a problem in Nepal where these farmers were having problems kind of getting their produce from the top down. So we essentially used Legos and thought of solutions of how to build a trolley system to bring it down. I think that kind of first sparked my interest for engineering, and I was like, oh, I could build, you know, real world solutions with my hands, and it'd be pretty cool. I think I have a couple of favorite memories of CanU. I think the first one is just receiving that first LEAD award. I think this is a memory that a lot of kids have. It was my first scholarship. I think I got it in grade 7, my first one. It was so meaningful. I won something, and it was building towards a future. It was a scholarship that I could use when I got in university. And I think I already knew I was going to go to university, but it's just an extra push that, hey, like, I don't need to worry about the X amount of money as much, you know? I think another core memory, like recently, has been fundraising for the CanU LEAD scholarship. So I earned the scholarship. Now I'm it's like full circle. Now I'm paying back into it. So I've been doing it for, this is my second year. So there's two groups of us, Ontario and Centennial. We all hike, fundraise money for the LEAD scholarship, and I think this year we raised around 60,000 or so. So that was fantastic. Yeah, I think what made me want to come to the U of M and study engineering for sure was, I think just getting exposure to the campus. My parents, we immigrated to Canada, so my parents had never gone to university, or especially gone to university here. So, you know, they didn't know what the campus at U of M was like. They didn't know how to sign up for courses. They didn't know what was available even at the U of M, right? So I think just coming to CanU, when I got older in the grade 10, 11, 12 grades, just talking to the mentors about, hey, like I want to do this, what should I do? And you know, you'd get firsthand experience from university students, right? Because they're in classes, they give you advice, they tell you, hey, like this is how you would sign up for courses, this is what you need to have in line for your first year, things like that. And I think it was just a perfect match. CanU brings kind of the future university kids to campus and runs their programming, so it's perfect. I think just familiarity of campus, that was a big one. Like, I think every first year student's problem is like they don't know where classes are, they don't know how to get from a place to place on campus since it's so big. I think that was a key thing. Another thing is just it's helped out with classes and other things, because in CanU you're doing a lot of programming with group work and team activities, so you get comfortable with working in those scenarios, whereas some kids might not ever be experienced to that in certain schools or classes. Another thing was public speaking. I think they give a lot of opportunity for you know, if a kid wants to do public speaking, or if they show interest in it, they give opportunities. I think that was one place I benefit from. I've talked at a few CanU functions, and I think that was really good for building my public speaking skills. I think what made me want to choose engineering was definitely there was an experience in CanU where we were building the Nepalese mountain and building a trolley system for the Nepalese mountains, and trying to get, you know, produce from the top to the bottom and helping them solve that. But I think also just from a young age, I've always had a knack for taking things apart and putting them back together. And I think engineering was a perfect choice. I think for the future, I think I do graduate this year. Not I think, I will. And I think just for future, I want to start work towards my professional engineer, and then maybe potentially come back for a master's in engineering. So I've worked for Manitoba Hydro in the province in the summers in between classes, so those were good experiences, right? Learned a lot. One advice I'd give to current participants from CanU or just coming into university, I think is draw the knowledge from your mentors. I think they have a lot of knowledge. and vice versa. Like if you know something that they don't, let them know. Maybe stuff has changed, but I think CanU is really a two-way relationship where the mentor and the participant can share knowledge